Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Darkatous-Gaming over here. I'm about to teach you guys how to sell a bunker for by yourself $1 million. Now if you don't have it fully upgraded, it might not be exactly $1 million, but I'm gonna tell you right now is how to sell it full by yourself. You wanna have this mission, this is the best recommended one. At the description of the video, I will show you guys in a list like rated best, like number 1 will be the best location of bunker if you haven't bought one already. And I'm gonna give you right now, also even on top of that, a list of bunkers that is gonna be either impossible or just next to no. I'm gonna tell you spoilers too. The one all the way at Paleto Bay, you're not gonna be able to do it. So I'm sorry for the people that have that bunker at Paleto Bay, but you might as well just trade, get another bunker. You can do that. You just buy another one. It will basically trade price the one that you have. But other than that, I will tell you so you can either switch your bunkers, which bunker you can buy. But in general, how to sell this by yourself for $1 million. Now, do what I do exactly over here, or if not exactly, just basically take the routes that I take for this mission. Now, if it's another location, I've done them all already. You just basically follow the GPS; it will tell you the best routes. But when you gotta do turns, like how I've done, basically slow down the speed. Make sure, because when you don't, this happens, and I shown you the first time I've ever tried this, where I had my mistakes, because it's in the mistakes that I can actually teach you guys what to learn. Now, instead of ultimately panicking, believe it or not, I basically had a plan of how to fix it. You want to basically keep as little to none as possible you panicking, because that is not going to help you. As you see, as soon as the cops pull up, I take care of them before I even get in the vehicle again. And then I make sure that I pick up the piece however possible. If it's in a place you feel you cannot fix the mission at all, during the end, I will be talking about ways to, do a retry, how to fix it, what you should do. Tips that will actually help you with what you need to do before even starting the mission itself. I'm gonna teach you right now and show you the routes, take these routes, and give you tips in the driving part of it, of course. Now, my commentary might not be the best vocally, best video quality and all that stuff, but I will still be able to teach you guys as much as possible. And you should share this around so that people can also learn too. Alright, so you're gonna basically get this regardless. They're gonna do this. It's a thing. I don't know why, but I learned this the hard way, that you can't have your Hydra spawn in front of you close inside of here. So forget about spawning your aircraft. Forget about that nonsense. You basically want to haul ass to where I get the buzzard over here, because it's either a buzzard or another kind of plane or even a cargo bot that's gonna spawn there. And you want to take whatever vehicle that flies out of there, so you can fly to get the other Phantom Wedge. And now, I'm going to tell you right now, I have 8 minutes down there as you see, and I'm not really stressing it. I'm trying to find a way. This is the first time. I wasn't stressing it, I was just focused. I did not, at any minute, think that I was not going to be able to do it. That's the mindset that you want to have. You want to make sure that you tell yourself that you can do this. Now, keep in mind, you want to have snacks in the armor before doing this, because trust me, it's gonna come in handy, because sometimes the cops might get a couple of shots on you and you don't want to just die. Now, I'm gonna tell another thing too. As soon as you get the aircraft, fly as quickly but without crashing or anything as possible to get the other one. And then when you land it, don't land it too close to the Phantom Wedge, but land it around the vicinity, so that you don't accidentally crash it. You know what I'm saying? The buzzard, and then it explodes, and then mission over because you exploded the other half. Look over here. If you get this buzzard, I just make sure I floored it there. Space between the buzzard and my Phantom Wedge. Keep that in mind. Never want to crash too close to it. If you feel like you're gonna crash, then make sure you don't make the break for there. You just do the turn and then land it as safely as possible. It's important. You will have enough time even if you have to do some sorcery crap. Trust me. Now, if in any case something like what you're gonna see in a few seconds happens to you, again, like I mentioned, keep calm, keep your eye on the ball, because if this happens, all you have to do, leave that by itself, leave that alone, because it's going to disappear and is going to spawn right there, or not exactly there, but it's going to spawn close to you, able to be grappled back. Okay, after that you just pick it up and go drive again. You want to drive and like see how this is straightforward street. Gain the speed here, and then once you're gonna go to a turn, slow down your speed, and then slow down your speed again every time you're gonna like take a turn. But when it's like you driving practically forward, yeah, haul ass in that crap. Just like pedal to the metal, bro. Watch obviously like in certain turns, you know, but like pedal to the metal for the most part, carefully. Now, if you have this exact location, I suggest slowing it down right here, as I've done and learned the second time, because these are kind of where the problems start to lie. I learned my lesson the first Phantom Wedge. Now over here, you want to make sure that you wait for the doors to open. I forgot to mention that in the first one. Some people might probably ram it in and think that they can break the door. You cannot. You want to just wait for the doors to open. Don't want to be too impatient, but don't want to waste time, and you want to stay focused. It's a key point. If you don't feel comfortable, you want to have some practice, I suggest stay doing the selling it by buying one set of supplies and selling the product, whatever it gives you. This is for the people that are up for the challenge. You see how, and each time I keep almost a full set of supplies. And plus, if you honestly do get the good missions, which are these two, you'll have some supplies to sell later, or to complete to do it again at $1 million. You know, up to you. So this is the other one that's like was a little bit more difficult, also because I did it on MC mode. But I did it like this because I wanted to show you guys that even at difficult, it's possible. But I recommend everybody to do this with COO mode. Use the buzzard. The buzzard is going to be your best friend, because it will help you transfer to get the other like, you know, Insurgent or Phantom Wedge. It will help you so much, because for the Phantom Wedge one, that's not the only location you will have. You will have locations like the other locations where you can actually spawn your buzzard in front of you, by the way. So that will be a lot better, because you can spawn that buzzard in front of you or closer to your vicinity, and less obviously walking. It'll be a lot better. You can sell it. As long as you see that the vehicles are the Phantom Wedge, which I highly recommend, and if you feel like you can do it this one when it says the 3 locations, then go ahead. I say pedal to the metal. Now I'm gonna be completely honest, this was also my first time selling the Insurgent pickup, so just so you know, I've gotten a lot better at doing these, but just so you guys know, I wanted you guys to see, even at my worst, I was able to do it, so you should be able to do it yourself. Now, if you want to learn, and I can even, if you have PlayStation only, really, because I can't help you on Xbox or even PC. I'm sorry, guys, I don't have that on Xbox. I do have Xbox One S. Well, I don't even have my Xbox Live membership. I have not played Xbox in a while. But if I'm able to get GTA 5, I would help you verbally, at least, telling you what to do, like coaching you basically. But for PlayStation users, my Gamertag, the one that's like the main Gamertag, is down in the description below. You can even comment down below and be like, yo, could you help me this on PlayStation 4, teach me how you did it, and I will personally, like obviously in the game, coach you. We'll go in a empty solo session, just you and me, and I will tell you what to do. Basically, I'm gonna like train you so that you can be able to do this by yourself without my help. Because the reason I say this is sometimes your buddies can help you, but it's best to learn how to do stuff by yourself if there's no other choice. It will basically feel very, very rewarding. I tell you that right now, that you can do this all by yourself with no help, and have it done successfully. Okay, so this is kind of like where you just see what I'm doing. Now we're gonna get into the tips. and all of that stuff, like what you do if you messed up horrendously. Okay, so let's say that you dropped it in an area that's like water, like one of the crates of the Phantom Wedge, or even these ones where you're stuck, not blown up, or even blown up as a matter of fact, but you can't recover it. You will not have enough time by the time you're able to recover it, like under a ditch or whatever. Close application. And that's why I told you guys that on top of having your supplies full, you want to make sure that you have a set of supplies too while the product is full. Because when you close application, you find another new empty session, which you go back to GTA 5 Online. You find an empty session by constantly switching. You press find new session. You keep doing that until you're in a session by yourself. No matter how many times it takes you a few times often, and sometimes you'll find it quicker than other times, but for the most part it shouldn't really take you as long, but sometimes it will. Spoilers. Okay, now let me tell you something right now. On top of that, if you don't get these 2 missions, but I want you guys specifically to really focus on the Phantom Wedge one. If it gives you the insurgents, but it's not the, it says like 15 out of 0, I want you guys to just find new sessions, because the reason you're going to have supplies is also because once you find a new session and you find another empty session, you're going to notice that the bar where it says product full 700 is going to say 670, whatever the hell. It's going to be almost full, but you only lost a few. It's okay. That's why you have the supplies full, so that you go find another empty session and you start up another mission, and you just keep doing that. You keep doing the retry by finding new sessions and not finishing it until you get one of these 2 missions. Specifically, I want you guys to get the Phantom Wedge one. Trust me, you won't be doing that many retries, and if you do, that's what the extra supplies is for, so that you basically still make your profit. And if like you're able to do it the first try, well, guess what? Now you have a full set of supplies to sell afterwards that you can pick as extra change once it fills up the product, you know, or you can fill it up again and again so it can give you the $1 million and do it again, another one, you know. The choice is yours, however you want to do it afterwards. Now, the other tips I gotta give is investment wise. If you don't have this fully upgraded, you have it and you're able to get security upgrade, which I do recommend, get security upgrade. If you can't do equipment and staff upgrade, sell it full to the city, and whatever amount it gives you, try to do it as many times as possible. Rack up that money on the side. Use whatever other business and money methods you have, even if it's only contact missions, whatever, so that while these supplies fill, you make money elsewhere, kind of like how you should be doing it with the nightclub update, with the MC businesses, and this as well. That is a very important thing to keep in mind. So keep that in mind. Grind for money while that's filling up the money that you're going to sell later, so that you are always having a good net income. Now, the last thing I want to say is, if this helped you, you don't even have to give it a like if you don't want to, but it will be really appreciated. I just really hope you guys share this around so a lot of people can see this and it help a lot of people. It's been your boy Darkatous-Gaming, and I'm out. Peace. Alright guys, if you're watching this part of the video, this is bonus clip. It's if you have bunkers around this area, there's like one right there to my right, and you want to try this out, you want to take this route. You seen the one to the right with that airplane, kind of graveyard, whatever it is, or garage with that blowing up airplane, and you want to try this out with the Phantom Wedge. I recommend you take this highway over here to wherever it is, if it's the LSIA, if it's another location I can't like remember, that I might honestly, just because I don't want to end up showing all of them, because it's like you'll see it on the map. It's just ways to travel if you have these other bunkers. and you want to try it out, I can't promise you that it'll be able to be done. The best ones to have, like I've mentioned, are the one called Farmhouse bunker and the Chumash, which is the one I own. Those are the ones I can guarantee you. The Farmhouse, you take this same route over here, as I showed you, the one that was all the way over there. And there's like 2 over there in that desert area that you gotta take this highway. Now for the ones that are like closer to middle of the map but upper in the map, you want to take from the bunker this route. Okay, I'm going in reverse, but I'm still showing you guys what you exactly have to do. Now this part of the gameplay I did not speed up twice the speed because I want to take my time for the people, and if I do end up speeding it up, I'm gonna make sure that you still are able to see this, so you still hear the commentary. You want to make sure that you, if you have these bunkers, I'm gonna be pointing it out too, honestly, which ones. Okay, so if you have the Farmhouse bunker, you want to go that highway over there with the Phantom Wedge, and I'm pretty sure that the Insurgent one is also able to be done. Those I can, for the most part, guaranteed, but like I said, in general, you don't want to waste any time. Now these one all the way a little bit more up here, those are a little bit more gambled, but I know that at least with the Phantom Wedge, this is a 3rd location right here, Route 68 I believe it's called, that you can actually get it done, because you take the route that I went opposite from. You take the route that's over there to the right. Now if you have this bunker over here as well, and the one that's funny enough like pretty close to it, like if you have that one and you have this one over here, same thing. If you have these 3 that are like around the same area, you take that route that I actually came from. Okay, but if you have these ones over here, these are the ones I really cannot guarantee you for shit, because at least those other 3 I can at least see a possibility. If you take that where I came from, flying with a buzzard, you will have to be quick, but the Route 68 is the one that you really want to take regardless. If you want to take one over there, which I really do not recommend. If you have this one over here, and I do take a little bit of time finding it, but I do find it regardless. If you have this one, or the one that's to the right, but in the gameplay I am trying to find it, you want to take the highway over here. Okay, you always, in an empty session regardless, if you want to try it for yourself, you want to take the highway. Okay, remember, same thing, get the buzzard. But these ones, I'm sorry, you will have to most likely get it with the whatchamacallit, you're gonna have to definitely do it for the Phantom Wedge one. And these one I cannot guarantee you. My best advice is that when you can, you want to trade to have the Farmhouse or the Chumash. That's the best I can tell you right now, because these locations aren't guaranteed. If not, just most likely impossible, but are the only ones that are maybe possible. Maybe anything extra up, you're gonna fail. Enjoy the bonus commentary. Goodbye.